Hey everyone, Omogonix here and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the Xbox Series X. Now the Xbox Series X, for those who don't know, is the Project Scarlett, but now it has been renamed to Xbox Series X. Now, if you want to see what this thing looks like, well, here it is. Basically, it's very boxy. Now Xbox is truly living up to its name. I mean, the original Xbox was kind of boxy as well, but you know what I mean when it comes to the Xbox Series X. Basically, this thing is like in the shape of a PC tower. And honestly, I think the design looks pretty cool. In fact, the size of this thing is actually a lot smaller than you would think. Because I thought it would be about the size of, not the size of a PC tower, but probably about almost the size of it. But when you actually look at the picture, right, it's about the size of an Xbox controller, and now not the size of an Xbox controller, sorry, I mean as wide, as wide as an Xbox controller, and about 2.5 Xbox controllers in length. So here's the image right here of the Xbox Series X with the controller with it. As you can see, if you were to like align that controller correctly with the Xbox Series X would be about as wide as that. And if you were to count out the controllers, then it would be about 2.5 controllers tall. So it's not even that big. In fact, when you think about it, it's the smallest Xbox that's ever been made. So yeah, it's a pretty small console. I thought it would be a lot bigger, but it's actually a lot smaller if you do pay attention to those small details. And so yeah, something else I even noticed was how the Xbox Series X controller kind of looks like the Xbox One X controller. Here is the Xbox One X controller. This is what came with the Xbox One X. As you can see, it kind of has like the same design of the Xbox One X, I mean the Xbox Series X controller. The only difference I would say is that there's like a middle button there. There's like a middle button there, and it says, and it's like a share button, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, so there's going to be a new share button on the Xbox Series X controller, which is going to be pretty handy, I guess, if you want to share things easier. Since I know that there's like a lot of sharing mechanics when it comes to like Xbox One especially, you know, if you ever want to share your game clips and stuff like that. So I'm guessing that's what the share button, which is going to be in the middle right there, is going to be for, so that will be pretty cool. And yeah, there's not really much changes to the new Xbox controller. I mean, if you have a look at it here, you can see it. So yeah, it doesn't really look that much different than an Xbox One X controller. So yeah. Now, speaking of the Xbox One X, I feel like the Xbox One X could kind of be an inspiration for the Xbox Series X when I think about it. Because, I don't know, just have a look at the Xbox One X and then the Xbox Series X. I don't know, they kind of complement each other, if you know what I mean. They look like they're made out of the same material, and I feel like the Xbox One X was kind of like a test for Microsoft to kind of test their power out, you know? And I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know, just a stepping stone for them making the Xbox Series X. I feel like that's what the Xbox One X was mainly for, just like testing out, you know, their power and stuff, since the Xbox One X was the world's most powerful console after all, and now after the Xbox Series X comes out, that's not really going to be a good name for it anymore. It'll now be the second, I guess you could say, until the PS5 releases, which I'm assuming is going to be more powerful than Xbox One X, because it should be, since it is going to be next gen after all. But yeah. So now let's talk about the compatibility of the Xbox Series X. So something that I mentioned in my last video, talking about the Xbox Series X and how Phil Spencer's already playing it, was that you can actually play the Xbox Series X with your old Xbox One accessories. Now, in my video I mentioned like, oh, this could be true. It's not really confirmed right now. Well, I actually found out, and you guys would know if you did watch the video, because I added in like a little part saying, right, I had to add in a little part saying like, oh, sorry guys, I made a mistake. It turns out that there is going to be a thing where you can use any Xbox One controller on the Xbox Series X. That's right guys, you can actually use like Xbox One controllers, Xbox One headsets, stuff like that on the Xbox Series X. All your Xbox One accessories that you use won't be going to waste anymore, because they will actually be able to be used on the Xbox Series X. That was actually confirmed, I think, halfway through 2019, and I didn't even realize about that, because I didn't even notice. And so when I done my research after recording that video, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to add like a little snippet in there saying that I was wrong, and that it is confirmed that you are able to use Xbox One controllers and stuff like that on the Xbox Series X. Now that is pretty cool. In fact, it goes with Microsoft's message of player choice, because that's something they mentioned when they first ever announced the Project Scarlett, was player choice, and how they feel like, you know, Xbox players and just gamers in general deserve choice, you know, and I really do like Microsoft's message of that. So if you want to be a PS5 player, be a PS5 player, you know. Gaming should be all about choice. You can choose if you want to go PC, Nintendo, stuff like that. And I really do like Microsoft's message of that. It's very including, I guess you could say, and I really do like that. Now, the Xbox Series X, in my opinion, the shape of it, you know how it's like shaped like a PC tower? I feel like they shaped it like that for a reason, to kind of show like, oh yes, the Xbox Series X is going to be much closer to PC gaming power than any other console has ever been before, and I feel like that's what its shape is trying to say. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to show you about 30 to 45 seconds of the Xbox Series X trailer. And so yeah, tell me what you guys think down in the comments below, and yeah, I'll be right back.
Let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't under control. And then you would get more and more adventurous. And you would make further and further out gambles as to what you would dream. And finally, you would dream where you are now.
So there are many cool things shown in this trailer. First of all, they show what I believe to be a new Forza game. Now this looks like a new Forza Horizon game. It definitely does not look like a Forza Motorsport game. Usually what Turn 10 Studios do is they release a Forza Motorsport game and then a Forza Horizon game, Forza Motorsport, Forza Horizon. But what they've got shown here in the Xbox Series X, Xbox Series X controller, I was about to say just then. What they've got shown here in the Xbox Series X trailer is like a new Forza Horizon game, Forza Horizon 5, or it could be a whole new thing, like Forza, I don't know, just something random, you know? Just a whole new game that is like totally open world, because this looks very open world compared to other Forza games, and it will be cool to see what this is, if it is a Forza game at all, because I think it will be, since it's a really big like Xbox IP after all. It's a really big Xbox title, so I think it is a new Forza game. And then of course you have Halo Infinite being shown, which is pretty cool, showing more of like the open worldness. You know what's weird, right? Almost every time we have seen Halo Infinite, like with the box art, you know, the trailers that we've seen so far, we've always seen open world elements. I think this is meant to be a massive hint that Halo Infinite is going to be open world, and I'll actually leave that for another video, because there's a lot I want to talk about when it comes to that. I think it's very interesting how everything we've seen of Halo Infinite so far is very open world related, and I think that's pretty cool. And then last but not least in the trailer, this game was actually shown before Halo Infinite, so I don't know why I mentioned Halo Infinite beforehand, but it's like a new soccer game. I think it could be like maybe a new FIFA game, maybe, or something else, maybe like an Xbox exclusive, probably, most likely. You know, it all depends really, but yeah. Honestly, Xbox is going to have a great year next year, and I feel like this is going to be just an amazing generation, you know, and it is going to last quite a couple of years, and I'm actually excited to see how powerful the Xbox Series X is. Now, I haven't seen the specifications in a while. In fact, I am actually going to take a look at them right now, and I'll be right back just to give my thoughts on those, actually. Okay, guys, so I just found this article here talking about the Xbox Series X specifications. Now, is this camera recording? I think it is. Hopefully it is. But yeah, so I just found this thing talking about the Xbox Series X specifications, and I will read it out to you all since I think it is very interesting. So the CPU will be a custom AMD Zen 2 chipset, accompanied by a custom GPU built on AMD RDNA architecture. Sorry, I think of, yeah, wait, no, that is right. AMD RDNA architecture, with ray tracing touted as a standout capability. So the Xbox Series X will be able to do ray tracing, which I think is pretty cool. So that's some cool capabilities right there. Confirmation of a solid-state drive should be welcome news for those sick of loading times. Honestly, that would be great if there was an SSD with the Xbox Series X. Honestly, that would be pretty good. Microsoft also claimed that the new console handles 4K at 60 FPS with possibility of up to 120 FPS. That is great, honestly. I think that is just really cool that 60 FPS will be the minimum frame rate of the Xbox Series X, because 30 FPS, whilst it's fine, I don't know, with some games it doesn't feel right. Like, I can't play Forza on 30 FPS anymore. I have to play it on 60 FPS, otherwise it's just too slow for me, honestly. Some games like GTA, I'm okay with on 30 FPS, since, I mean, I'm pretty sure on the Xbox One it runs slower than 30 FPS on GTA Online. I think it runs like 20 something, honestly. Like, GTA Online is so slow on the Xbox One. I wish it was Xbox One X enhanced, to be honest, so then the frame rate was faster. But yeah, so, to be honest, now I'm just going to give a kind of controversial opinion here. But I think, honestly, adding 8K, because I just read here that there's 8K capability, which I already knew about. But yeah, 8K capability, I think that's pretty useless and a waste of money on Microsoft's part. Because, honestly, nobody would have 8K yet, unless they're like really rich hipsters, honestly. Nobody would have 8K yet, because that would be thousands and thousands of dollars. Even 4K, barely anyone has 4K, only some people do have like 4K monitors, 4K TVs. You know, it's not really a common thing, so to say. So yeah, including support for variable refresh rate, VRR, and 8K capability. Yep, I just said that. This obviously falls short of detailed information on its capability, so we turn to rumors for specifications. So these are just rumors, guys, not like confirmed or anything. As reported by Windows Central sources, Series X might boast CPU 8-core targeting 3.5 GHz. Now that is actually really good, since I'm pretty sure the Xbox One is about 4 cores. It's a quad-core, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, an Xbox Series X GPU and custom processor, so it's going to have its own custom GPU and processor. Like it mentioned before, it will be an AMD Zen 2 chipset. I'm pretty sure that is already confirmed, I think. 12 teraflops, that is pretty cool. RAM, 13 gigabytes for games, 3 gigabytes for operating system, 16 gigabytes in total. Now that is really good, honestly, because I'm pretty sure the Xbox One is about 8 gigs of RAM, and I'm not sure how much it uses for its operating system. It could use some of that 8 gigabytes, and there's only like maybe 6 gigabytes or so for the games. I'm not really sure. I think it might be, yeah, that, what I mentioned just before, but yeah. So the Xbox One only has 8 gigabytes of RAM, and this is going to have 13 gigabytes of RAM, so that's pretty good. And the storage will be a custom, non-volatile memory express solid-state drive. Alright, so those there are the Xbox Series X specifications. Now that took me a couple of minutes there to read out, but honestly it's really good to just be learning about this stuff, because I haven't really heard anything about the Xbox Series X specifications in a while. So yeah, because I think the last time I read up on it was when the Project Scarlett, back when it was named that, was announced, and I kind of read up on the rumors of what its specifications could be. But yeah, honestly, I'm really excited for the Xbox Series X and what it has to hold. Honestly, it's going to be an amazingly powerful console. I mean, Phil Spencer even said himself, if you want to go watch my last video, by the way, be sure to, talking about how Phil Spencer's already playing the Xbox Series X right now. You know, he said it's going to be an amazing year. He's already having fun playing with people, playing his games, of course, and not Project Scarlett, we don't have to call it that anymore. Yeah, not like Xbox Series X games. He's talking about like Xbox One games, because obviously no Xbox Series X games have come out yet, and you can play any Xbox One game you want on the Xbox Series X, which is really cool. You know, he said he's already connecting with the community and stuff like that on it, and he's already having fun. So the Xbox Series X, I imagine, is going to be amazing, and I cannot wait for it to come out next year. So anyways, guys, that is the end of today's video. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications for more. So yeah, I'll see you all soon in my next video. Thank you all for watching once again. Be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.